is the Snowbirds meeting room. I usually set up a specific time, and so everybody knows what's going on. But right now, I'm still working on the OBS to get everything working, and it's going to be under the other profile. So give me a moment while I fix that. I'm Shadow Spectre 11, and I'm here with Super.
Yo.
And today, I'm going to talk about some post-CitizenCon stuff. What has been removed from 4.0 and ships coming to IAE. So, I might as well start off with the ships first. I think that is a very, very hot topic. It's one of those things that just really is making a lot of speculation, thoughts, opinions, and things of that nature. Excuse me. So I'm going to go ahead and kick it over and get us started. And I'm just going directly to the scene. But first, I do have to say that as you all know, I got the new system, the Beast, and I am promoting the product, and just going to run that real quick and then go into it. So here we go. All right, let me check. Make sure music isn't jacking us up here. Are you able to see?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Okay, so let me get this out there. All right. Okay, so this all started off. I'm going to run the video for the captains of industry. And I was like really hyped at this point. And we all know that base building is coming and crafting and all like that. That's going to be pinnacle. If I get commercials in YouTube, you'll know why. They pop up. So here we go. Super, interject anytime you're ready. Let me know when you got something on your mind, and we'll just go for it.
For sure. Yep.
Hi everybody, it's good to see you all again. Love you too. Excited to be here. In case you don't know me and you weren't listening to Jared there, which I do quite a lot, my name's John Crew, I'm the vehicle director.
My name's Ben Curtis, I'm the vehicle art director.
And the clicker is not working.
Oh.
So if you've got technical difficulties.
You have to do a dance, John.
There we go.
There we go. Good.
Right. So, today we're going to be talking about the vehicles to build your universe. And for those of you that watched the previous presentation, which is awesome about base building and crafting, you should be familiar with the...
This is how to get in shape fast.
Really?
The best way to burn fat and get shredded is not keto.
Construction grav cart.
Okay. What do you think about this one, Jay? I mean, it's small. We can put it in other ships and all like that. I mean, it is what it is. But I really want to know more about it.
We need to know what it's able to do, because as of now, I don't know.
It's
Is it worth it? I don't know.
right. And right now, I'm gonna say it right now. Stability in the game is key. We are all having issues with the stability right now, and that is a major issue. A lot of people are taking their breaks from the game because it's having so many problems, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I've gotten to a position where it's been acting up for me, and I just say, okay, I gotta step away from it before I get too frustrated with it.
Yeah.
And that's the best thing to do. There's some people that have taken years breaks from it, and as we know, the PTU is running, and it is at 24.2a. So when it comes, it's going to have all the hot fixes and all like that, and they're going to run this event. We'll see what happens with that and go from there. Not sure. We'll see what happens and take a step forward. But I like this part of CitizenCon the most because it shows us what we're going to be getting and where we go from there.
Yeah.
So, just gonna play this some more.
And you've seen how this works. You might be wondering, well, if I've got this, why do I need some vehicles to do things? I know there's going to be some of you that will be perfectly prepared to go push this thing hundreds of kilometers out of the garages at New Babbage. But realistically, you're going to need a ship to put it in. It can't carry supplies by itself, so you're going to need to put supplies in the ship, move them. And it has small drones. And that's the key aspect there. It has 2 small drones on board. And drones all have sizes.
Okay, so yeah, basically everything you're going to be building in Star Citizen has its size class. You know, a lot of you are familiar with how we class our ships and a lot of other things in our game. So it ranges from small all the way up to large and extra large. And our drones kind of fall into those classes as well. But what does it really mean, the difference between what's a small drone, what's a large drone, what's a larger than large and extra large, and so on. And basically, a medium drone, for example, can build any structure up to a medium size. So it can build smalls, mediums, and it will be able to build small structures faster than what a small drone would. So the size makes difference depending on how big you want to go. But the drones also scale in numbers. In the one drone can only make one structure at a time. So the grav cart's got 2 drones on it, so it'll be able to create 2 small structures. But a medium, or if you've got a vehicle that carries multiple drones, you can craft a lot more structures, a lot bigger sizes, and that's kind of really the key to kind of like the upgrade path through the kind of drone sizes. So we've had a look at the small. So what's next? What do you want to build? A medium.
I like this little truck. I like this little truck. I gotta say, it is so cool. That thing has got some speed for it.
Little Tonka truck.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I named mine Pepe 2.0. A lot of people say, well, it doesn't have purpose. Well, in a way it does. You can take that vehicle to a bunker, right, with a with an SCU box on it. You can carry 4 of them and go out and clean out a bunker. I mean, you can't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody's riding a Pulse, right, and you've got the little truck, you can load up those boxes, take them down into the bunker, clear it out, put it on the back of the truck, and just leave. I mean, it has its use in its own way. And also with the mule, right? The mule at one time, and a lot of people were doing this, were doing it for multiple delivery missions. So
Yeah.
it all depends on what you want. You can make something work if you think about it.
Sure.
I mean, I think it's a cool little truck. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just weird, but
It's cool. I think it has more functionality than the mule. And then once its brother comes in, I mean,
oh, well, we'll see that.
that changes
CitizenCon.
things.
Yeah, we'll see that in CitizenCon. So
Yeah.
we'll go with that. All right.
So, I know some of you have already seen it, but this is the CSV from Argo.
So launching today is the very first ground vehicle from Argo, the Construction Support Vehicle, CSV. So this specialized chassis is developed to take on all the conditions on all our planets. It's a little rugged beast that really does just go everywhere. And if you're constructing a new settlement, there's two things you need. You need drones to build it, you need supplies to supply the drones to build it. And that's why the CSV comes in two variants. So we have the CSV FM, which stands for Fabrication Module. So this has two medium drones on board, and we built it to fit in as many vehicles as we could practically get it to fit in. So it fits in vehicles from a Cutlass Black upwards. It's approximately, and everyone always asks me, what ship fits in what, and I lose track of it all the time. It's about the size of a Tumbril Cyclone. So if you can put a Cyclone in a vehicle, you could put one of these in it. Obviously, two medium drones on board, and then it has an internal storage tank for resources. So it has a very small version of a freight elevator built into the back of it. So you feed it one SCU crates, it absorbs them into the holding tank on board, and then the drones will come back to the vehicle to refill. And it also has a size 0 serial generator on board for a bit of added protection. What happens?
Okay. Drones. I'm going to say it. Just like everybody else said. When? But we don't know.
No.
In the one part, I think they're going to bring the Apollo online because that ship has drones. It has the drone technology to do the pickup and stuff like that and bring it back to the ship. Now, I don't know all the particulars about it, but I'm going to do a little research on it and showcase the Apollo before it drops, hopefully.
Yeah.
But with drone technology coming, we don't know when. There are other ships that have drones, and we all know the Carrack. Also, even the Claimer, I think, has drones as well. I think. I have to look. Don't quote me until I verify. But this is going to be interesting. I'm excited, but then I'm trying to keep my expectations at a minimum till we see what happens.
Yeah.
You got any thoughts on that one, Joe?
Nope. Nope. Not much to say until we get more info.
Right? I like facts. Speculate too much, I can only go so far. So.
Yep, that's right.
What happens when you run out of resources? This is where the CSV SM for supply model comes in. So the second CSV-based vehicle in the game, and this has a traditional 4 SCU cargo grid on the back. So 4 1 SCU boxes, 2 2 SCU boxes, 1 4 SCU box. Depending on what you buy, you can use this to bring it and move it around. So this is the perfect companion vehicle to the CSV FM. Said that. Shield generator as well. Moves about 28 meters a second. I cannot, my brain is fried. I can't remember what that is in miles per hour or kilometers per hour. And it is available right now to drive in SC Alpha 324.2 available at playerc.csv. So now, let's take a little closer look at the vehicle, and Ben's going to go through it.
Okay, so what we're seeing here is the in-game version of the CSV. It's complete with its 4 SCU of cargo up on the rear. And I think the CSV kind of really builds on what Argo is known for as a manufacturer. It's got those kind of like really kind of hard industrial looks, and I think it helps it kind of feel at home on any build site. All of its components are easily accessible. And I think the exterior is like real dominating factor. It's those kind of large all-terrain wheels, and then that's kind of backed up by just simple, smooth, sleek lines. We've got the front-loaded cab that puts all the controls kind of right in the kind of where the player needs them. And I think that's one of the keys to the ship as a whole, or the vehicle as a whole, sorry, is it's simple, it's purposeful, it's functional, and I think that just kind of just helps it to kind of feel part of that Argo family.
EVE Online is a vast...
But what if you want to go bigger?
Bigger?
Bigger.
Here we go.
Okay.
Okay, Jake. Now, we all know that when the CL finally dropped, the grid on the CL
Disappointment.
was a lot of people were disappointed in it.
I was, to be honest.
I got my Zeus ES, okay, and when I saw the video for the CL, I'm gonna say the tractor arm was the most. It just gave me like, wow, that is cool, and it does work.
Yeah.
But the only thing about that is just the grid on the ship. The ship needs to be wider.
I can't understand why smaller SCU containers aren't more compatible in it. Like the 8 SCU containers are horrible inside that ship.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's 128 SCU, and I couldn't even get 97 in it the other day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean,
I know maybe snapping things, getting things off of the grid in there is a different story, maybe. And hopefully they get that ironed out a little bit, but like now in the C1 you can fit 3 SCU or 332 SCU containers in there.
mm-hmm.
That's, to me, a fantastic update to the ship.
Right.
Hopefully they can do something like that for the Zeus.
I agree. I do. I mean, I like the ship. I like it the way it's designed. It's a very, very functional ship. It's just that the grid is just off.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it bummed a lot of people out. So now we get the CL, and then look what happens. Here's the Star Lancers, and I'm gonna say I do have a Star Lancer Max coming, and I do have Attack that's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when the BDL comes, I will get a BDL, and that will be my base builder until the Galaxy gets its module, and we go from there. I'm not like really depressed or bummed, but it did hurt my heart that what was said by John Crew, and then they fixed it, what he said,
Yeah.
because they decided to go with the Perseus second instead of going with the Galaxy next. And the reason why that is, and a lot of, hey Everett, come on in. A lot of people said, or it was supposed to go Polaris, Galaxy, and then Perseus. But because the assets that are being used in the Polaris match the Perseus, that's why it was changed. So it just made more sense to go ahead and do that ship instead of the Galaxy, because you got the assets. So why not go ahead and do that and get it out of the way? Not saying that it's going to be a rush job, but yeah, go ahead.
And we're just too many unknowns with the Galaxy still. Like, they didn't address exactly what was going to happen with it, and that's okay. I understand they got to develop things differently according to what they've grown into, but that changes a lot of people's minds. So I understand people melting it. Yep.
I mean, I have one in buyback. Okay, I have my Galaxy in buyback.
Sure.
So, until
I have to say though, they said it has a definite fabrication model, which differs from the build situation. So I'm curious how that's going to function, and I'm apprehensive to totally melt mine.
I mean, like I say, I have mine in buybacks. When I see more progress coming along with it, I'll pull it.
Yeah.
I'm at that point. It's the loaners that it gave me, I don't even use them. You know?
Same. Yeah.
So it's not practical for what I do to have the ship. So it's just like the E1. The E1 is sitting in buybacks until the game loop comes into it and we see production on the ship.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go ahead with the video on the Starlancer.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful ship.
So, introducing the Starlancer family. So, yeah, the Starlancer is basically a whole new family of vehicles, you know, from MISC, and these are covering a range of different roles. Today, we're going to be talking about the first three, which are the build, which kind of makes sense,
morning,
and that basically is for all your large structural construction.
Hey Everett, welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
No worries. So, Everett, what do you think about the Galaxy and the Starlancer? What do you think?
I think a lot of people in Star Citizen have already dealt with the issue. Since I don't own the ship, I was going to buy it because it has different modules. But if they have to do a rework or push it back to get another ship up and going, well, that's up to them. But the thing is, the way they did it was like, well, it was,
Hey Cass.
how would you say, without tact for the people who already bought it. If I'm saying that right. It's like they were just pushed aside along with it, but to have it automatically not be coming out, or the assumption that it wasn't going to come out with that build module, I can understand how people got upset because they bought it, they're expecting it. It was displayed on the website and during the last CitizenCon. So keep your word.
Well, there's one thing. There's one thing. When they brought out the Galaxy, you only had the 3 modules. They didn't
I know.
specify the
Build, yeah.
the build module yet. And they
You
did
know.
and they didn't put it out for sale because we hadn't even gotten to base building yet. So
Yeah, but there was a page showing
yes.
some of the vehicles plus build
Certain-
small to large
Mm-hmm.
structures.
That was verbally announced at the CitizenCon by people that no longer work with SIG, but yes, it was said
Mm-hmm.
on video that there was a build module, which
I thought
even
I
if
seen a
there-
page.
There
if
was
there's not a
in the original specifications of the Galaxy, it showed the 3 modules that they were selling: the refinery, the hospital, and the cargo. Then they did have a spot where it said manufacturing module, but coming. It wasn't for sale. So it was shown. And that's where they have to honor that. I just, you know, you've got to go.
I get it, but you know what? It's been
Yeah.
rectified, so that's the thing about it. So I'm still planning on buying a Galaxy.
Oh, like I say, I have mine in buyback, and when I see a little more progress with it, I'll pull it. You know, when it's getting close to completion, then I'll pull it.
Because it comes with a refinery, it comes with a couple other things, so it's there.
Hey, Tribunal. Hey, Kaz, what's up? Give me a second. Agreed, Shadow. Keeping my Galaxy in buyback, waiting on it to get closer to finish, but I'm also looking to grab the BLD to go with other 2 that I've already purchased. Yeah, I picked up the Galaxy and all of its available modules to have a multi-role ship. I agree.
I agree with our Lauren too.
And
Because I like to get the build one as well.
but there's one thing about the modularity that a lot of people weren't considering, and this is something that you really have to think about. With the modules, changing them out is going to take time. It's not going to be instantaneous.
Granted, and it shouldn't.
I hope, yeah.
I'm hoping that's what happens, because it's going to take, say you want to make that ship your refinery ship for a little bit. It's going to take at least a day or something, hopefully, or a little bit longer, to put that module in place and then go on about your business, you know?
Yeah.
I would like to see the Galaxy go into a hangar and then pylons pop up, supporting the ship midway, and then the ground crew starts taking out the modules as the actual modularity of that system. Either it's a refining, cargo, missiles, whatever. And then it says time left to change on a countdown. I said, okay, and just go on about your day.
Right,
But you don't have use for that hangar anymore for that day.
right. And it won't, I don't think it'll be your persistent hangar. I think it'll be an instance one, because you're going to have to store the ship. So if you put it in your persistent hangar and store it, and then have it where it's being worked on, you'll get the timer on the A side.
That's fine.
Yeah, I can deal with that.
Yeah.
Hey, Miss Peaches. Okay, so let me go back into this and
Construction needs. We have the TAC, which is going to be for people that want a little bit more defensive or offensive universe. And then we have the MAX, which is a dedicated hauler, but it can still pack a bit of a punch. So we're going to take a bit of a closer look at all of them today. We're going to start off with the build.
So this is the stance of build from the outside. The key thing to take away here is you'll see it has the drone bays on each side, and then it has the drone resupply arms for allowing the drones to come back and resupply. Inside that room, you have the drone control center. So you have a single station inside, and this is where you control all your drones from, much like Luke showed you in the previous presentation. So there are 2 large drones held on each side of the room, so 4 large drones in total. And then there are 2 filler stations right at the front here, and these each hold 16 SEU of capacity, which can then go and load the internal resource tank to feed the drones. Drones that will then be deployed out of their little secret garages, and they go off and do what you've asked them to do. When they need to resupply, they'll come back, sit on these arms, suck up their resources.
Okay, drones. We see this again. How close are we to getting drones? We don't know. But if they're going to be, they're selling the vehicles that have little drone technology aspects on them, they got to be coming close.
I mean, it all depends on when they release those vehicles, because they said that they wouldn't release them until the technologies were getting closer, right?
Yeah, the game loop, right. I mean, to be fair, with the not with the BLD, but the little fabrication cart, and then they're showing the fabrication CSV.
Yeah.
That has drones. So how close are those? Because then we've got, like I say, the Apollo. The Carrack is already out. It doesn't have its drone capabilities yet.
Mm-hmm.
But they haven't done any other vehicles or anything like that within the past couple years that have drone capabilities, and now they're starting to put those out. So maybe they're close.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Hey, Red, what's up? Everett, your thought?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Resources that they need, carry on their day. That's the really important thing here, is that all these base building vehicles have enough storage on board to supply your drones. Obviously, if you're going to build a million things on your base, you're going to run out. But we want you to be able to have these vehicles and have knowledge that you're not going to be doing endless cargo runs initially to build your foundation, your base. You'll be able to build your base and have storage on that eventually, but these all get you going in the short term.
Gun owners know that total concealment of your firearm is a tactical advantage. It gives you...
So, let's have a quick go over the stats. It holds 4 large construction drones. It's 83 meters long, 52 meters wide, 15 tall. Saw lots of rumors and chatters that people thought this was freelancer size. It is not. It is significantly larger than the Constellation and Corsair. It's almost 600i in size, so it is a big ship. 2 S4 guns for the pilots, 16 missiles, remote turrets, and then 128 SU of cargo capacity in the build specifically. But what if you don't want to build stuff? What if, like me, you just want to burn stuff and destroy stuff?
So introducing the Silence Attack. So like I say, this is designed to be a bit more aggression into the verse. So I think the first thing you're going to notice is the dual man size 5 turrets. Now these give much better kind of broadside coverage.
No, they didn't, Red. They didn't put a price on the BLD that I remember, because they didn't throw it out as a concept. And I think they're waiting to do that until they get closer to the base building. That's how I see it. Does anybody remember if they threw out a price on that?
No, I don't think they did.
which makes sense to me. I'd rather them hold off on it until they get closer. I think they're doing that on purpose because there are so many ships out there that have been concepted and we're waiting, and people are waiting for the game loop for the ship.
Yeah.
From any of the other variants. And then on top, we also have like a dedicated hangar that has been specifically designed to fit a Mirai Fury inside. And I'm sure we will see plenty of other ships try to be fitted inside.
Successfully
yeah,
or not.
yeah, we'll see. And I think John's going to run you through the interior now.
So yeah, let's have a look over the tack from outside to in. So this is the tack in its default paint, so sort of military drab gray. Then internally, obviously Ben talked about the size 5 turrets. Then we have some drop seats behind, and these are on a deployable ramp, so you can do some ground assault. They will drop out, down. If you're doing a bit of ground assault, chances are someone's probably going to get injured, so there is an onboard medical facility directly behind there with
I'm going to say this. Super?
Mm-hmm.
When I saw that, sold. Okay? Sold. I mean, a dropship should have a medical area.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? We all know and love, for those that know and love it, the Valkyrie. Okay? The Valkyrie should have a medical station. Not saying it has to be a med bed, but it needs a medical station.
Absolutely.
And there's
That makes sense, though, for what it is, compared to that ship. Why would they not put that in?
Right.
Now that it's a thing.
And also, there are other ships, and we all, and I've stated this many a time, that any ship that's an exploration ship needs a med station or a med bed at some in some instance. Okay.
Yeah.
Just saying. Welcome, Red.
Welcome.
Hey, Red.
Welcome.
Oh.
Hey, Everett. Oh, the Persuader. Hey.
Oh. But this, when I saw this, and with the medical stations on it, and yeah, it's got the bay. I don't know what else can go in there at this point, but we'll see. You know somebody's gonna try.
Oh, yeah. I got a garage, so, like, no sense in dropping a rover in the top. I don't know what they would put in there, though.
Right.
Maybe more cargo?
Maybe. But as far as the ship, I know there's quite a few of us that got Furies out there. So
It'd be nice if we could build habs or something, or build something to put it in there. Like, at some point, giving us the ability to manipulate our ships more would be kind of interesting.
you know, that would be kind of cool to be able to customize the inside of the ship.
A little bit, yeah.
To cut down on some space and add some room for certain things. That'd be awesome.
In the very least, I know people would like to make the inside of the ship their own, whether it's a paint job or furniture or whatnot. So,
Or a
Not
bunch
saying-
of bobbleheads everywhere.
exactly. It's not probably an easy feat, but I think that's something everybody would like.
Kaz is saying you might also think they should have a bulkhead between the beds and space, but not the balcony. But it's atmospheric dropship. Yeah, it is. But the Valkyrie has a place in my heart, so
I love that. The looks of that ship.
that ship is cool,
It could be so much more.
right? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and keep going.
2 tier 3 medical beds. Upstairs, obviously, there is the Fury hangar. Behind that is engineering. And then forward of the hangar is the refactored habitation and metal area, which is specific to the TAC. Just because there's so much other stuff crammed in there, we had to redo the upstairs of it, basically, to fit that in. And we'll go over the more normal layout shortly.
Okay, so yeah, to sum up, I think the TAC's obviously going to bring a lot more firepower from the other variants. Its shield's been boosted up to two size 3 shield generators. It's got the med bay with the tier 3 med beds, drop seats, it's got the hangar, and it's still able to carry up to 96 STU of cargo. And you can secure yours today by going to play.se/StarLance attack.
Okay, a lot of people were sold on the pool table.
I mean, the Carrick's got one, but the cost difference is something.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Big difference. Big difference.
That pool table works. Mini games change everything.
If you think storing bottled water is the best way to prepare for an emergency, you might want to think again. This new
Saw that Atlas in there, didn't you? That Atlas, I'm telling you, that Atlas is a lifesaver.
Go ahead.
It only makes sense.
Still work?
Probably.
built for life.
Let's hope not. Let's hope not.
Okay. In that commercial, you all noticed that was Levski, right?
No.
Where the where the ship was going? That was Levski. So, just letting you know, it's coming.
Let me explore.
It wants to be an explorer.
That's what I like to do.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I think you kind of hopefully agree that was a pretty great kind of trailer for the StarLancer Max. And as you can kind of see, we're just putting the finishing touches on that now. So yeah, we're just getting it all done, all ready for its launch at IAE. We will take a little bit of a closer look at it now.
Like chasing fields of terrapins with your, not terrapins,
I think
but
the
copia
StarLancer
with
kind of
your
really fully encapsulates.
I'm sorry.
I found carapins, or what do you call it?
Copions?
Copions. Yeah, in the field, and I took my terrapin and ran up over it, and they started trying to attack it. I said, okay.
Misk's kind of ability to create beautiful ships. It's got this bulbous design that really helps to kind of convey its underlying structure and its underlying strength. I think when the engineers were trying to kind of put this together, they were thinking about what's useful, what's great, and one of the things that we thought about was this deployable cargo grid that just brings the cargo down to the ground, makes it much easier for loading and unloading. And they also wanted to put the crew, they wanted to put what was important for them. So they've added a lot of windows out so the crew can see out into the verse, and it's one of the things that we know people like, is being able to have these kind of little windows out into space. And then above the kind of main habitation area, we've got these big skylights, and they just allow kind of like more natural light to cast down into the cruise area. For a bit more protection, you've got 8 size 3 missiles up front, and then a further 8 on top.
That belly dump cargo is a fantastic idea.
It's needed.
Oh,
like
with the elevator?
Carrick?
I have that on the Constitution. I mean, not the Constitution, but the Connie.
Oh, man, I thought you said something else.
Yeah, that's the Constitution.
Odyssey.
I said Constitution. Like I was thinking about USS Constitution. It has. I was doing another ship earlier today.
I really like the elevator aspect of the Max because, you can pull stuff off, you can put stuff on, and you can hop the Atlas onto it and then take it up, which makes it a whole lot easier than going all the way around to the back of the ship and going in. It just makes it more practical. And weaponry, the TAC is going to be more of an aggressive ship than the Max, but if it has enough to do what it needs to do to protect itself while you're doing whatever, then that's fine,
Yeah. We're gonna call in some buddies.
Well, of course. But I mean, for what it is right now, this one is coming first, so it will get thoroughly tested. Trust me.
I like that you can solo it or crew it. Either way, you'll probably be okay.
Well, as long as you have missile capability for the pilot.
Good morning, Fire.
Hey, Fire.
Yeah.
I mean,
Fire. What's up, Mr. Raft?
The one thing.
How much?
The one thing about the Carrick, no pilot weapon control. That's the one thing about that ship that everybody does not like.
Yeah.
Unless you get a co-pilot pulling out a sidearm. Bang, bang, bang.
Exactly.
It's a bang, bang, bang. Oh, Everett.
And these are backed up by a set of size 4 remote turrets, both front and rear, that give good topside coverage. And then finally, when we get to the front, you'll see we have a further set of size 4 gimbal weapons. And again, these just kind of help to fill in those blind spots. I think as a whole, the engineers or MISC have done an exceptional job in creating a vehicle that kind of fully encapsulates the functionality needed while still ensuring that the crew's kind of well-being and livelihood is protected. It's all in a package that kind of really dominates the sky, and I think it really shows off MISC's ability to deliver kind of quite beautiful ships.
Watch this before drinking plant-based milks.
Oat milk latte.
Protein notes almost exactly.
It is.
The Starlancer, it's about the size of a 600.
Okay. Well, I guess I won't ever have to have the 600 no more. This will be my 600.
All right.
You have to have it.
You need that ship. I don't care what anybody says.
I'm trying to persuade him into that one as well.
Oh man, this dude.
The Persuader.
The Persuader. Jeez, the Persuader.
We have to put on our Christmas Persuader suits and see.
Yeah, I gotta put my Santa hat on. So there we go.
Right, so don't worry, this is not an Origin 404 moment happening here. So let's have a look inside the Starlancer Max now. So, love it or hate it, we love it. The MISC traditional letterbox view is back. At the front of the ship, you have the pilot, co-pilot seat with 2 support stations at the rear. These are the ones that control the remote turrets by default. Then behind that, we have the escape pod room. 4 escape pods, full crew.
That guy's one of the better presenters.
Okay. I'm going to say this. John Crew? Yeah. Now, we all know that escape pods are not working yet. And eventually we're not going to be able to wear backpacks and all like that when we sit in seats. So eventually when they get the lockers to work and all like that, you're going to have to take all that stuff off and sit in the seat.
Yeah.
That's going to be a lot of time when you getting jacked, okay? I'm just saying.
Look, it's going to be a lot of bad riding around. Some people ain't going to be right riding. I'm just going to put that out there.
All I can say is we're going to be crewing ships a lot more than we currently do.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes.
If the life rafts aren't working, I'm in a vehicle jumping out the back.
But I mean, we all know it's coming eventually. We don't know when, but it is going to come. So we'll see what happens.
And then behind that, we have the traversal. It's sort of a traversal room. It has a lift, goes between the 2 floors of this ship and goes to the exterior of the ship. And then a ladder for emergency backup.
Now that's I like, where that one room, that one elevator goes to the next level and then goes out. But we all know that we need a ladder.
Give me the ladder. Yep.
Give me another entrance besides the elevators and the rear of the ship. And
I don't know if we're gonna get one, but
I think it's coming on this ship.
I'll take a foot cable where you put your foot in and have a cable going up and down.
Oh man,
that would be cool. But anyway,
he's at a construction site.
anything that's extra.
Behind that is the mess hall area. So nice shared communal space for you to relax with your crew. And then we move into the 4 individual crew rooms, each with double beds, so very luxurious.
Now, double beds in the crew area for the Max.
Well,
Okay.
I think it's appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
Considering the things to come, I think it's appropriate.
Ladder and lift, let me take it back a little bit to that.
2 floors of this ship and goes to the exterior of the ship. And then a ladder for emergency backup.
Yes, it does have a ladder. I can see it right there.
Right.
So, yep, got it.
Behind that is the mess hall area. So nice shared communal space for you to relax with your crew. And then we move into the 4 individual crew rooms, each with double beds, so very luxurious for a spaceship. En suites for all. At the rear of this section, we have a further 2 lifts. These are just internal to go between the 2 decks of the ship. Then at the rear, we have the main engineering. So there are some components dotted around throughout the rest of the ship, but the bulk of your components and the engineering terminal are here at the rear of the ship. So that's upstairs. Let's go downstairs a little bit. We have the main vehicle entrance and cargo entrance for the rear section. This can be used as a garage, but it is also a cargo hold. Can fit vehicles up to a Ursa rover in size in here. And then on the Max, we have, as you saw in the trailer, the 2, it's sort of one cargo lift that drops down, but it retains a walkway throughout the center of the ship. So regardless of whether your cargo is up, down, being loaded, you still have traversal front to back of the ship. Then we have the downstairs of the traversal room, which also features the airlock onto the ship. And then lastly, we have the armory at the front of the ship. So if you're coming on board, leaving via EVA, leaving via that front entrance to the ground, you can stop off here, suit up, get your weapons, do the reverse coming back. And that is the Starlancer Max.
Yeah.
The way I like the. Have they ever presented a ship like this before with the cross section from above? I don't think I've ever seen that.
I've never seen that before.
Okay.
And I like how they did it.
If they could do the Caterpillar cargo layout like this, that ship would be different.
Yes.
What ship do you mean?
The Caterpillar, if they could do the cargo grid layout with the center catwalk type of thing, it would change the ship completely.
Well, the Cat is supposed to have the elevators that drop down.
Sure.
Where you can load the cargo on it and then pull it inside the ship once it's raised.
Yeah.
That would be nice if they had that.
It's supposed to. Couldn't say when, but with the ironclad showing up, so they're going to get the modularity part of that ship to work. Somebody said something about the Apollo. I think it was Drop Hammer. I have no idea when that's going to come. I have no idea. Hopefully this year. Hopefully. I'm just putting it out there. I would love to have my Apollo.
I thought it would be here this year, but
Oh, it's not one of those ships they haven't mentioned.
It's supposedly coming in.
Wasn't it in the
with the silhouettes?
Yeah, I thought it was.
It's coming this within the next 12 months. Hopefully, crossing fingers.
I thought it was in
for
the.
Sure. Yeah.
I thought it said 12 months from the last SitCon, from the silhouettes, but I would have to go back and look at all those. I don't remember.
Well, when we get to that point, we'll take a look at them.
Yeah.
So we'll quickly recap the stats. 224 SU of cargo, 128 on that ventral drop platform, 96 in the rear cargo area. It has 6 extra VTOL thrusters for all that extra mass that it's hauling. And it is available to pre-order now and will be flyable this IAE at play.se Silencer Max. And if you pre-order now before IAE, you will get this exclusive sapphire paint, which is in the CitizenCon colors and looks super cool in my opinion. So, we have talked small drones, medium drones, large drones. What about bigger things?
Yes, I hate commercials. Anyway, there are those of us that have Pioneers. And now that this ship is coming within, it won't drop right away on base building, but they are working on it, and it is in production.
It'd be easier to get that ship than the Pioneer, apparently.
Which one?
The Star Lancer. Be a lot easier to get that one.
Oh, as far as when the concept drops, it's going to be in concept, but trying to get the Pioneer now, they said that it was sold out in 10 seconds last year. Wow.
Yeah, as soon as I pressed the button, it said sold out. And that was the fastest refresh I could possibly do.
Oh, hey Kaz, you came in. No worries, man. Well, you know Super, you know Fire, you know Red, and you know Everett, and you know me. It's me. So, but I'm gonna go into this one now. What I liked about this is where they said when you land and your landing gear touches the ground, you can start pulling resources right off the bat. That was a big plus for a lot of people with this ship.
I wonder how that's that work as far as scanning for resources, or if you have to have another ship to scan resources, or what?
No, they should be able to scan and then land.
At least to a certain point.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm hoping the Odyssey is.
who can guess what that is?
Well, as far as scanning.
So, I talked to you all quite some time ago about this in Germany, and this is obviously the original concept for the Pioneer. Now, some time has passed, and whilst the core concepts of base building have remained the same at a high level, how you physically build your bases has changed slightly. So, back then, you were building everything on board the ship here. You would fly your Pioneer. This is the area I want to build in. I'm going to build my base on board the ship, and I'm going to drop it down. As you've seen, bases are a lot more expansive now. This doesn't work anymore. So we need to do a little bit of some reconcepting.
Okay, so one of the first things we really wanted to kind of solve was the ARM. We know a lot more about how we're going to be constructing these structures now, and kind of the ARM didn't really make a lot of sense anymore. All it really did was it made the space you need to land the ship almost twice as big as what it's kind of needed. And we're not real spaceship engineers. We don't make real spaceships. But what we do try and do a lot of the time is we try and take as much reference from kind of real life manufacturing as we possibly can. And I think that's really it's really key to what I think Star Citizen is as a whole across like all the different departments. In that we're trying to make a believable universe. And if you think about the ARM, and whilst I can't deny it's a cool idea, I think really from a manufacturing point of view, all it really does is it adds a lot of complication and a lot of manufacturing costs onto what is already a very advanced, very large, very costly ship to make. So that was kind of like one of the kind of real first things we wanted to do. The second thing we wanted to look at was kind of have a little bit of a shift around of kind of like the egress points on the ship. The cargo position has moved, so we needed to kind of update that. We wanted to make sure that the landing pad made sense and had space to kind of come into the ship. And then we also needed a way of getting things out of the ship that we will be crafting. On top of that, we had a few other goals. Like I say, it needs to support all the updated kind of building mechanics. It needs to support all our current metrics, and I don't mean just character metrics. I mean all metrics, because we're going to be creating a lot of things inside this ship.
Kaz, you got a very good point. We've talked about this before. The owner of the ship, if they log off, that ship is gone, and the crew gets put back at their original starting points. If you're in the party, eventually, supposedly, I don't know if this is going to happen, but supposedly, when you're in the party and say the owner of the ship leaves, the crew that is still on that ship should be able to continue in that ship and not get a crime stat or saying that it's stolen.
Or lose the ship.
Or lose the ship. So that's something that they have to work out. It's for multiplayer gameplay, especially a ship that is on patrol and the crew is on it. The captain says, okay, I got to bug out of the owner of the ship. The rest of the crew should be able to continue in that ship and continue on. Mm-hmm. And then when the captain comes back, he's going to log back in, because he's going to log back in, and the crew members who say, okay, I gotta bug out, they can log off and then come back in. There's got to be a way for it to happen. I don't know how, but it's something that they have to consider. That's a big thing, because, okay, say Super and I are out in the Polaris, and we've got no place to land right at that point in time, and I have to leave, and Shave is still on the ship, right?
Yeah.
If I log out the way it is right now, that ship is going to either disappear or he's going to be trapped on it and he can't get back in, or he can't leave. He may not even be able to fly the ship.
I think when they do the meshing thing, they could probably solve that by temporary assets or something like that, you know?
Hope.
I would think they could do something like that. with
Yeah.
that technology. But right now, yeah, I can see them not being able to do nothing.
But eventually in time, that's going to change. So this is one thing that they constantly are throwing upon us is multiplayer gameplay. They've got to address this. They've got to, especially with server meshing coming.
Yeah, and that way I won't have to buy one of these ships.
Okay. We still going to persuade you, but anyway.
You got to try.
Right.
Gotta try.
But I mean, it's something that needs to be addressed. If they're pushing this upon us, where practically everything is multiplayer gameplay, this needs to be worked out. Just saying.
Didn't they fix that with org ships, where organizations can have ship hangars and anybody can use them at any time?
Well, that's org tools.
Right.
And that's going to have to be addressed too, but we don't know when that's going to drop.
Yeah, exactly.
No idea.
Yeah.
So,
that's true.
We'll see.
Definitely.
We wanted it to kind of become a true self-sustained mobile base. We wanted it to kind of, be kind of like the cornerstone of your crafting and construction ventures. And to do that, we needed to add a few extra kind of onboard facilities. So, a med bay, like I say, the crafting area, the ability to refine or extract and refine materials.
Thousands are now powering their homes with this innovative device, potentially saving them on energy costs.
So
I'm asking you guys, if you want to finish this part of the Pioneer and go to the end, or what?
Oh, anything.
Good.
You're good. I mean, we've all seen.
Wait a minute, I want to see that. Wherever that was.
You don't need that.
That commercial.
Really?
I just did.
I can move it forward to where we want to check out the other, the ships are coming, or we can go through the full thing with the Pioneer. Give me your thoughts.
Good. I've seen it a lot.
Okay.
Hey,
I'm
did
still
you
drooling.
Did you already go with the 4.0 features that were removed? I might have missed that.
Nope, haven't touched that
okay.
yet. So I'm going to move ahead. We've all seen this with the Pioneer. Let's go to the ships that are coming. The one last thing. Gracia, Neil.
You're welcome.
Okay, so here are the last year's teasers. We got 10 ships. How much is the Pioneer now? I think the Pioneer was 750.
Someone said 850 or something like that.
It's 850 at the moment.
But that's approximate. We don't know. It could go up, it could go down, but I don't think it's going to go down.
I think ships like the Starlancer just made the value go up on it, or they had to make the value go up on the Pioneer.
Okay, so last year's teasers, and we did get all the ships that were being teased. We're still waiting on the Polaris, but here we go.
So, oh, sorry, this is Ben.
Yeah, so you remember last year we teased these 10 vehicle silhouettes. Now, these were vehicles that we were planning on working on this year, and we've not quite delivered all of them yet this year. But we did come quite close. So far we've delivered 6. We've delivered the Pulse, the X1, the Medvac, the Argo and PUV 1T, the RSI Zeus, and the rework on the Retaliator. Oh, but what about the rest? Sorry.
So, all but one of these will be released before the end of the year. So the Legionnaire is the one that's going to miss out. And that's because we want to align it with hacking gameplay. But the rest will be here before the end of the year. So, Crusader Intrepid, Mirai Guardian, and the Polaris. So, we have a few patches between where I am today standing on stage and the end of the year. But let's start with some things that you're going to see at IAE.
That's that terrapin. That's that medical terrapin right there. Anvil. Yes. Now, Shay, what does that look like?
The med bed?
No. These engines right here. You know that's Crusader.
Check out the terrapin
And
updates.
look at that side entrance. Yeah. Talk to me. Go ahead. Say again, Red?
What size gun do you think that was?
I would say maybe a 3.
Starter ship?
Yeah, this is starter ship.
2 size 3s?
Possibly.
Probably.
Yeah.
The Sulin has 3 size 3s for
What if
reference.
it's 2 size 4s? That'd be kind of major, wouldn't it?
That'd make it
That would be-
compatible with the others.
No. That's
Like if it
kinda
had
OP.
2 size 4s versus 3 size 3s.
That's OP.
I don't agree.
Well,
With the alpha damage.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
This is the part of the video that had me confused. I was like, are they coming out with a big Crusader ship?
There she is. There she is. elephant in the room.
Okay, so on top of those ships we've talked about, we also worked on a number of other ships this year. So we're just going to quickly go through them before we get on to what we're doing next. So we delivered the Sulen, the Storm, the Cutter Rambler, the F7A and F7C Mark IIs. So I always get tongue twisted with these. And the F7A Mark Is.
They also did the Santok EI, the Sabre Firebird, the Peregrine, and then most recently, the Argo Atlas. So, like last year, where we...
Okay, here's the sneak peek. We all know that ship is going to be expensive to run. I'm just going to say it. The Polaris is going to be a haul, but it is what it is. Just going to have to go for it, see how it is. Okay, next 12 months.
did a little tease. Can't just leave without teasing a little bit more. So let's have a quick look at just some, emphasis on some, of the vehicles that we're working on in the next 12 months.
Okay, Shade, your opinion on this one. That looks like a armored personnel carrier. On this one right here. What do you think, Ray?
That could be. But we already got the Spartan, so I don't know.
Yeah, but it's not. I don't think it's heavily armed.
That thing's got a lot of wheels on it.
Yeah. It might carry more personnel. You never know.
I mean,
another Hornet? Yeah.
Didn't they say a BMP? So, I mean, that's a basically an infantry fighting vehicle. So.
Now we all know what that is.
A ghost.
No. That is a terrapin. Oh.
The command one.
Okay.
There's the terrapin.
But this one here, they're showing a prospector profile, but a larger one. And supposedly we're supposed to get the Misfortune, which is a salvage. This one right here has me perplexed. They're saying it's a Drake ship, but it's got the wings of a Corsair, and it looks like the body of a what's that ship? The Herald.
Maybe it's a Drake bounty ship or something.
Yeah, who knows?
I'm in. I got.
You know they gotta throw something in there for Drake. Drake gotta have ship, baby. Drake's got fans.
It's a seller, man. It's a seller.
People buy the Drake ships.
Okay.
I'm serious. Put something out there real fast.
Well, we know that
Looks just like it.
And there's the Perseus. And that's the Ironclad. That's the Ironclad.
Now that ship, in my opinion, should have some sort of a medical facility with all that heavy cargo flying around in the cargo bay and who knows trying to raid you.
Mm-hmm.
Need to have some medical facilities on the Ironclad.
Nah, man, it's Drake, baby. You're not supposed to worry about living.
Is that the Liberator, or which one's that one?
Oh, this one's the Ironclad.
Ironclad. Okay, sorry.
You already got the ship on a discount. They're like, come on, man. That's what you get.
Plastic fenders.
Oh, yeah. That's what you get, baby. Engines and a boat.
Yeah, VTOLs and a stick.
Mm-hmm.
You're out of sync on this stream. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's catching up. And there's the Pioneer. There's the Pioneer.
I was hearing Shadow twice. I'm like, wow. I get to hear him twice.
So, I just want to say a big thank you to all of you, and a big thank you to all the vehicle team in all the studios around the globe. They give us all this really cool stuff that we can get to stand on stage and talk to you guys about. Some of them are probably hiding at the back, but I just want to say a big thank you to you all, especially for all the hard work on these recent ships.
Yeah. Massive thank you to everyone involved in putting these vehicles together.
Red heading out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to break out, man.
All
I'll be
right,
back
man.
on in a little bit.
All
All right.
Yep.
Later.
Have a good stream.
All right, have fun.
Later. All right, thanks.
Okay, so we've taken a look at the ships, and now I'm going to go into what's being pulled for 4.0. A lot of people are bummed out on that, but I'd say I'd rather have the stability and things of that nature. Hold on. Roadmap, there it is. Okay, gonna go to the release view. A lot of people, I agree with you. I prefer stability over features any day.
Same.
Okay, so looking at what we have now in 24, we see the Zeus and all this stuff, the F7RC, MR2, and the Polaris is committed, coming. The CSB SM is released. It's committed. Oh, it's actually released. The Starlancer Max is committed. They released the Peregrine. They released the ES, the CL, and the Atlas. And the MFD rework, as we know, I'm loving the MFDs and all that. Now, when they go to the specific chips and they work on the ones for Origin and all the others, I can't wait to see what the Origins ones are going to look like.
Yeah.
With the 600i, I am so happy that that was fixed.
Oh yeah, it was so needed. Maybe they dropped the 600 rework.
Uh-oh. That's a possibility, but we don't know.
I doubt it, but...
Yeah. So, we know what was pulled from 4.0. We got our locations, pyro, and everything like that. The AI, the quasi-grazer. Once you have stability, once once you have stability, add the features back. Wishful thinking on that 600i rework well. We got a dream, can't we?
That's right.
Then we have all of these are tentative. Jump points, and the server meshing and mission system refactor. So, what do you think about what was pulled from 4.0? The engineering, the fire hazard, resource engineering, and all that. Now, they're stating that they needed the bandwidth for this. Hey, what's up, Radium? What do you think about that stuff being pulled? I mean,
I gotta say, until stability's fixed, I was not looking forward to fire hazards, etc. I don't think that's something I want to deal with until stability is way under control.
We want an unstable fire.
Because I could just picture, your ship catching fire and you just, for whatever reason, can't put it out, because the server's not stable or whatnot. Lose everything. Like, nobody's going to want that.
When they talked about it, I was like, oh my God, how much is that going to pop up every time I get in the ship?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Or how much am I going to have to, replace parts and all that type of stuff?
Yeah. Fire extinguishers, are they going to work? Is vacuum going to work? Space vacuum.
Med pen stuck in your hand so you can't pick up the extinguisher. Scrap engineering altogether? Really, Radium? Well, I don't know. I think, like I say, I'd rather have the stability and the features right now than anything else. Hey, Robert. Stable platform is more important to me than features at this point.
Like they have great features right now, a great solid base to go from, and I think it would draw a lot of people in and continue to have people come in if they could count on the stability currently. So yes, stability now with what you got, and then add features once everything's under control.
And a lot of the players right now are stepping away from the game because of the stability.
Yeah.
I mean, I play it every day. That's just me. But a lot of people are taking their break from the game until the stability settles out. We'll see what happens with this patch that is supposed to drop sometime this week, 24.2a, and hopefully that fixes some of the major issues that we're having with missions, cargo missions messing up, some other things.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to be stable. Hey, Chiggy, what's up?
Hey, Chiggy.
So that is the main thing. If without the stability, it's not working. It's not working. A lot of people really want the stability before features. Okay, put your features in, but get your stability first before you start adding stuff to it, because we've seen it a lot of times. When they add something, something else breaks. That's what we're looking for right now. And Chiggy and Everett, you guys being the oldest players, and Kaz as well, you guys know for a fact that there was some really, really majorly rough patches back in the day. Chiggy, you were there for 3.0, weren't you?
Yeah, I was there 2.3.
Yeah.
I was way, I mean, I was there from the beginning.
But 3.0, when they brought in planets, right?
Yep.
It was a mess, from what I hear.
Yeah, it's always been a mess. We're trying to bring in something major. It was after 6 months for it to get straightened out.
The more they add to it, the more they have to dig through to figure out what broke. Yep. So that's just my thought, and I think all of us can agree. Give me something stable before you add something else at this point. And when we didn't get the persistent hangers and all like that in 23, they had to figure out what was going on. So they broke it off to 24. And 24 took a long time. It took practically all summer to get that thing out. And that's another reason why 4.0 was delayed. And then they decided, okay, we're going to bring in the features that we were going to put in 4.0 and bring them to the 24 branch. And that's why they added that stuff. Now, with the main 4.0 Evo testing going on, from what I've seen with Ty and stuff like that, it's still got its issues, but they are working on it, trying to get it working. So, as I've always said, cross your fingers, keep your expectations low. You won't get dashed and hurt, but it is exciting. But still, I'm just gonna say, 4.0 is gonna be a rough ride when it hits. I just hope that it's smooth. I'm not gonna say the unmentionable, but I think they learned a very valuable lesson, and a lot of people said this, even Ty, that they learned a very valuable lesson from when 3.18 dropped. So they're trying not to have that again, and they don't want it. We don't want it. I would rather have a patch be delayed 4 weeks than to be released and spending the next 4 weeks waiting on it to get fixed so I can play. Agreed. There were so many people that couldn't get into 3.18. They lost a lot on that one. So 4.0 is got to produce. Just saying. Anybody else got any thoughts on that one?
Nope. Do it right.
Yeah.
Well, it's like I always say, they don't really get too much done unless everybody starts bitching. When nobody's bitching, they're like, it's okay. They'll another year, another 2 years, another 3 years. It's been 12 years. It's been a long fucking time.
That's true.
It has.
And I notice over the years, and I watch Paul, and I watch you, and I watch Salty Mike, I watch all these guys, and as soon as something comes out or getting ready, well, if it takes another year, it takes another year, and guess what? They pay attention to that shit. Somebody's paying attention to that, and they're okay with it, and they just let it slide. But I'm not trying to be a negative Nelly, but fuck, dude. Jesus Criminies. I mean, enough is enough. Let's get to work.
It's been a while, yeah.
It's been way too long. They should be we should already be in Pyro right now. We were there last, what? I don't remember now.
Last year.
Last year.
Or
we were there.
Earlier
We
in
got
the year. Earlier in the
Yeah.
year.
Yeah. And it's been fine. They just didn't have the jump. They just didn't have the jump point.
Yeah, but you know, when we went there, it was stable.
It was wonderful. I had such a good time there.
Oh hell yeah!
It was stable, and that was just a Pyro playground.
Yeah.
It was stable.
It was fun, even though I spent a lot of time, looking up.
Mm-hmm.
Because I kept getting shot. But it was But I noticed that when shit starts to go sideways, they start to get real freaking busy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I mean, guys that have been here 2-3 years probably really don't notice it that much, but I've been here from like day one. I heard about this when it was a Kickstarter, like way back in 2012, from a guy that was going to school for graphic arts in Lyon, France. And I was buddies with him, and I've talked to him a long time. But he's like, "Yeah, you should check out this game. They're doing a Kickstarter for it." I looked at it, was like, "Yeah." In 2013, I bought it. Looked at it. 2012, I bought it. Starter or whatever. 2013, and then just lost interest because there's just nothing to do. Other than take my money. Here you go. Good luck, guys.
Yeah.
And then 14, I came back because I don't remember where the fuck I did with the password or anything like that. So, different computer, different IP address, all kinds of weird stuff. Anyway, I just started another one. Didn't want to mess with it. So, and I've been here since. Well, I think it goes back to 13 or 14. This account, but I mean, it's been a long freaking road. I mean, and it should be. We should be seeing more smoke coming out of that place than, the smoke that's there in our face.
Yeah. Not to take away from the rough road that they've had, really, as a business, trying to get things built and stuff. But yeah, when monies are committed the way they've been, at the level they've been, people are ready to see something.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me, I'm hungry.
Yeah, me too.
The one thing that I'm not even gonna get into as a content creator is 1.0. I'm not touching that because we have no idea when that's gonna come. I won't say when. I'm not gonna ask the question. I'm just going to go along with the flow.
Not me.
So, well, really all you can do is sit back and enjoy the ride, because it's not going to get done any quicker unless everybody stops buying stuff and starts getting a little pissy and you should probably better do something.
1.0 is a ways off. And people are asking when.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Worry about 4.0. They've already yanked like 25 different things out of 4.0. Got us all excited at CitizenCon. Who is coming to that? And then they yank it's the same thing every freaking year. Honestly, I mean, I've been here so long. It's like, okay, well, here come. Well, we're promising all this, and yeah, when are they going to pull the rug out from our feet? Wait a couple weeks. Yep, there it comes. It's just like you can set your freaking watch to it. It's just unbelievable. But people just keep it.
Well, I mean, like I said,
at least they're making some sort of progress.
They're making some sort, but not a.
Yeah, sure.
It's too little, too late. I mean, they need to really get on the ball.
Well, like I say, they showed us what 1.0 is where they want to be.
Well, sure, we all want to be there.
And it's going to take a minute for it to get there. I mean, I have no idea when that's going to drop. I have no clue.
Well, they're not going to tell you because they want you to keep buying chips.
Well,
supporting their bad habits.
Well, let us not touch the bad habits.
Yeah. I'm just a grumpy old shit. So don't mind me.
No,
I'm just crabby. It's been waiting so long to, you know. I mean, I would be happy if, like, you know, 4.0 comes out, and where there's something other to do than to go to, Hurston and to Daymar and back over to, give us something new,
Well, that's what I'm waiting for when the dynamic weather comes out. But I want to know, when is the dynamic space problems coming out, like geometric storms or radiation belts, which will kill the crew, and you have a ghost ship flying through space?
Next.
Oh, okay, next. Okay.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Rogue asteroids, meteor showers, comets.
Right.
Oh, that's coming out in 2036.
Really? But anyway.
I don't care. I'll be dust by then, probably. I'm sure.
But I can't say it was a. Well, actually, it was the demo for Squadron 42. A lot of people were so crushed when they said 26.
Yeah. The whole 2 days was awesome, except for that one point when they stretched things out. I mean, I was watching it, and I mean, everybody just goes quiet. And you know exactly what they're thinking. Son of a bee,
I was thinking I need a new computer.
I was thinking that we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it Christmas. Hey, awesome Christmas present.
Epic.
Nah, 2 more years of polishing.
Well, there's one thing that I wish that they would have done, and I think we all agree that we saw they could have put out the free demo for us to play and let us get the feel for it. I wish that would have happened, because I would play that demo over and over and over again because it was so cool. But it didn't. And they didn't drop it. They didn't even put Squadron 42 back in the store yet.
Plus, it'll also test out people's machines too to see if they can play it.
Good point. Because Squadron 42 was taken out of the store not this March, but the year before. It's been out of the store for over a year. And then when CitizenCon came, they said it's feature complete. It was out of the store before they even announced that. And now it's going to be out of the store until they get close enough where they're going to say, okay, then we're going to see a year of marketing on it. Maybe. I don't know for sure. But this is what we're dealing with, and we just go from there. I mean, that's all we can say. The Pyro 4 playtest, I don't have access to it. I've been trying to get into Evocati so I can. Squadron 42 is going to come back at $90. Wow.
What?
Who remembered purchasing Arena Commander as a standalone mode? Not me. Not me.
I remember that.
I don't know.
I bought all mine as a package, so way back when it was everything was included.
But Squadron 42, when it does come into the store, we'll see how much it's going to be, because who knows what games are going to be kicked up to out in the rest of the world. Right now we're at what, $70 for a game?
59 or 70 bucks.
Yeah. So we don't know what's going to be. And those who already have a copy of it are, you know, you get your free copy and you're golden. But we'll see. That's pretty much all the topics that I had to cover for this Snowbirds meeting room. Does anybody have any comments, questions, thoughts about what we've gone over today? And think of anything. By the way, that was May of 2015 that I purchased SC or AC. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't even in the game until 2020. 3 years. Everybody's all got everything all out of Everett. You all good?
Mm-hmm. I'm just dipping my lip.
What all did we talk about?
Yeah.
I missed everything.
Oh, no worries. We can talk about it after the show. What about you, Super? You all good?
Oh yeah, I'm good. Gimme.
Yeah.
Yep.
That GIB.
Yep. Let's have it.
Alrighty. Well, that's it for the Snowbirds meeting room. Like I say, I didn't do one the weekend of CitizenCon, and I didn't do one because I got the Beast, so I was getting her ready for the week, and I'm still working on it. There's some things that I've got to put in the OBS still, and I have to make a profile directly for the Snowbirds meeting room and get a new overlay and all that good stuff, so it will be good to go. So other than that, I will for the next couple weeks before IAE, I'm going to be doing every other day streams, and if something special pops up, I will jump on, but every other day until CitizenCon or until IAE, and then I'll be back on my regular schedule. So just taking a little rest until that event pops up, and then hopefully we'll be in 4.0 come December. So everybody, have a wonderful Sunday. Enjoy your day. I will be checking out the Save Stanton event in the PTU, and then I'm gonna chill and play some BF 2042.
Oh, baby. On sale now.
I'm gonna check it out. But anyway, everybody, have a wonderful evening. Thanks for Chiggy Man, Red, Everett, Kaz, Super, and Red
Fire
dropping in, and Fire, and we'll see you all. I'll see you all next week on the Snowbirds meeting room on Sunday. Shadow Spectre 11. Take it easy, and this is see you later. Have a good one.